Hi guys, Reverend Crystal Cox here, and I want to visit with you today about getting stuck. Well, it's a mental thing. It's not like I used to do every springtime in Montana when I'd go mud bogging. Pretty much count on the fact that every year I'd get stuck in the mud. Well, I've talked to quite a few people in the last week who seem to be stuck in a certain emotional pattern. And they've asked me what to do. Okay, so they're feeling lonely, they're feeling rejected by their lover, significant other, they're feeling like they have no purpose in life, and the predominant factor seems to be what they're feeding their own mind, right? Because your thoughts create your emotions, and your emotions kind of create your reality, right? So if you're, and I don't necessarily want to call it an obsession, but if you're feeding a thought, you know, like in Native American, they talk about the white wolf or the black wolf. It's also referred to as the black dragon or the white dragon. You know, whichever one you feed, that's the one that kind of consumes your life. So, yeah, you love somebody and you miss them and you wish they would behave a certain way. But when you're letting their behavior dictate whether or not you're happy, whether you're having a good day, whether you're able to enjoy your day based on what they're thinking or doing, or you're thinking or assuming they're thinking or doing, well, this is a problem, okay? Now, it's a pattern that is not easy to get out of, believe me. And the only thing to do is to take baby steps, okay? So just try. Try to think about something different. Read a book, okay? Watch a movie. Go for a walk. Just whatever it takes to change that pattern of thought, okay? Now, we've talked about this before. I'm sure you've read lots of books and watched things on Law of Attraction, The Secret. There's a lot of information out there on that. But the most important thing with the Law of Attraction is emotion. Okay, so whether we're attracting, you know, money and good things and good health and joy, it's about the emotion that we have with it. Okay, so it is a basic law of the universe that like attracts like, and wherever we're vibrating, we're attracting to us within that vibration. Sometimes we can't stay in that vibration, and those people or things or energies need to go away. You know, we need to try again. But when you are really, really hurt, just devastatingly destroyed, because someone else didn't act a certain way, didn't kiss you goodbye, didn't call you, didn't do what you thought they should do, and you've assumed that they don't love you or they've offended you, or, you know, and really maybe your intuition's right, and maybe they really don't want to be around you, or maybe there is some negative thing going on with them in regard to you, but that they shouldn't be allowed to affect your reality, okay? You've seen the sayings of they're taking up free rent in your space, in your head or whatever, when you're upset with somebody. Well, it's dangerous. These kinds of emotions ruin lives. There's no way really for some of these folks to get out of that reality without calling for help, like calling a spiritual advisor, calling a best friend, calling their pastor, you know, their mother, their sister, their brother, to help them. And what they end up doing is kind of bitching about that person. So they're really more feeding this person's wrong, and then a lot of times the other person will just validate them, right? Or just trying to be sweet to them. The thing is that how it makes you feel is what you need to change, because you can't control how the other person acts. You can't control how they react. You can't control if they seemingly act like or even say that they're madly in love with you and have all this energy with you and want to be with you, and the next day completely change that, or say things different or act different. The only person that you can control is yourself. Now, I know we've heard that over and over and over, and I know it's really hard to do, but it's little things, okay? That moment that you're disabled, that you're sad, that you're upset because someone else has done something, okay, well, sometimes the only thing you can do is visualize it and give it to God. So, you know, just picture it, turn it over to God, and cut the cords. You know, ask for, you know, Goddess Mott, archangels, all available angels and archangels to help you, Archangel Michael, you know, use your spiritual tools to kind of help you to move through this. Because if you're sitting there thinking about that, then maybe you're not going to be with this person, if it's a person that you're lamenting over. But the thing is that odds are pretty high you're going to attract someone else that's going to do the same thing or interact with you the same way, okay? So it's going to be like, oh my God, I need this, I need that. And so you're creating this energy, and so you're going to attract someone else, and you go, whew, oh, I'm okay now, I feel loved. That was a close one, I feel good. But you've attracted the same kind of person, and now if they're having a good day, you're having a good day. If they're down, you're down. If they've got a hangnail and acting different towards you because of something going on with them, they've ruined your world. Okay, so really, you have to react or not react based on what you feel in the situation, based on your truth, okay? You can't react based on someone else's version of you, and sometimes that can change all the time. You have to be certain of who you are, know who you are, be comfortable with who you are, and you want to be loving and supportive, and you don't want to let people treat you bad, but at the same time, this is all really about you controlling your own thoughts. Okay, I read something the other day, it was talking about things that are going to keep triggering you until they don't trigger you anymore. Okay, and I was like, oh man. So if we just stop letting things bother us, then maybe the lesson will be over. And sometimes you got to fake it till you make it. But even if you fake it, the energy, you're shifting it, okay? Even if you're like pretending to yourself, okay, this doesn't bother me, and you're shifting your gears. You're at least backing off of your obsession of the thoughts a little bit, okay? So you can try to let something good in, okay? Don't let other people, I know I'm repeating myself over and over, but I'll tell you what, this takes years and years of your life when other people affect your reality to the point of just disabling you. You're not able to feel any joy. You're not able to be open to other people in friendship, in love. You're not able to write or read or pray or think anything outside of what you might have been before you even knew this person existed on the planet, because they loved you and now they're not in your life. And so all you do is go over and over and over things they said and try to get them back in your life. It's like I talk to several people a week, actually decades on end, and this seems to be one of the biggest problems out there. The woulda, coulda, shouldas. What if it really was meant to be that person's gone, or that job's gone, or that situation's gone? It is what it is, and I know that's really hard to accept sometimes, but we want to be active participants in creating our reality. We want to visualize what we want to bring into our life. We want to pray and talk to Spirit, talk to Mother God, talk to Goddess, talk to our guides and angels, and create what we want in our life. And we want to put the energy and effort into making these things happen in our life. But at the same time, we also want to accept things the way they are. Okay, so we have free will, but not to the extent of where other people's free will is involved for us to be at peace, okay? Say if you want a certain thing and you've intended in your prayers and you're moving towards that thing, and then there's a person and that kind of creates an obstacle, well, you have to be willing to let go and just move through that and let it flow, because you're still working towards what it is you've prayed for, what your intention is. Okay, you can't be blocked by this one obstacle and then there it is, you're kind of stuck there. Okay, so just pray and ask for help, because I know that this is really, really hard. I know you want that person to change. I know you want them to reach out to you and be who they were in a moment you saw them as. People do change in relationships. And a lot of times the first, few months, the first year, the first two, they get more and more relaxed and they're more themselves. And we tend to get our feelings hurt a lot at every little thing, and we're human. But we have to be certain in who we are. And it just really makes me sad to watch some folks out there in the times in my life where there's so much time spent on wishing that someone felt the way they once did, or wishing that someone would say to you what they said before, or that you could have that moment back where they touched you, or they kissed you, or they said something to you that you felt so wonderful about. The thing is you still got that, really. I mean, you can go there in your mind, you can feel that, and they may not be in your life, but it's a hard reality of being human anyway, because, we all die, we all cross over, so it's just, we might as well accept it now. Just let things ebb and flow and realize that love is forever. We felt it, and it's beautiful, and just, let it ebb and flow. Anyway, so God bless you folks out there, and I really hope that you give this issue to God, because I know a lot of you that I speak to and spiritually counsel, and times in my own life where there's been huge amounts of time on this subject, and it really does take up a lot of your quality of life. God bless you all.